be omitted if a young child is falling asleep, or if perhaps non-frum attendees might get bored or are already bored. Alternatively, can any part of the Haggadah be said in English to help keep the interest?
In English says in Shulchan Aruch. In Shulchan Aruch they quote the Bali HaTaisus who lived in England, and their wives and their children didn't understand Hebrew, so they said the Haggadah in English. Those who live in Flatbush and their wives and their children only understand Yiddish, so they have to say in Yiddish, or whatever language they understand. Which parts of the Haggadah can be left out? Well, Echad Meyodei, everything after Nirtza can be left out. Can leave out. All the things at the end you can leave out. That's, if you want to skip things from before, that's not so easy. The Manashtana you have to say, that says in the Mishnah. Then the Mishnah says you have to be maschot b'nus and Messiah b'shvach. So the Gemara has two versions of what that's referring to. So we do both. We do Rav and Shmo. So we say Avadam Ayinu L'Kar b'Mitzrayim. And we have in Chila David Zara Hayavaseno. Those are the two versions of what the Mishnah records. I don't think it would be the Yikuba. Let's say if you would leave out Ma'aseh Reb Lezer, Yeshua, Bo Barim Keneged, Bo Barim Dibeta. I don't think you have to say that. Baruch HaMokim Baruch Hu, that you really should say. And if people don't understand the Hebrew, you should translate that. Some of the Rishonim understand that that's like a Birchas HaTorah on the reciting of the mitzvah of Sipit Tzis Mitzrayim. Yochel Merosh Chodesh, that you can leave out. Let's see what else. Tzei Elamad might be Gishlav and Arami. That's an important part. You reciting the psukim of Arami Abed Ravi and interpreting, so that the Mishnah says that's really required. What else? And you give the Schachter Adash Ba'achad, that you can probably leave out. That's not Yaakov Dayenu, you can leave out. The Esamakis, that you can leave out. That's the most important thing. That's the Ikar. Pesach Matzah Mara, that's the Ikar, yeah.
That's the answer to the Kashas.
The Manashtana. Yeah. That's the main part.
That also relates to a question, you said the main part, people say the women should then be at the table. Like if somebody asks, I'm a mother who needs to tend to my children and to serve food during the Seder, which parts of the Haggadah must I be sure not to miss, and which parts can I miss if necessary? So the parts can miss if necessary, I think Rav Schachter already listed.
The Gemara tells us that just like by Kiddush and Havdalah, you can have one person recite the Kiddush and everybody pays attention in their Yotzei, Shemei Koina. So the Gemara says the same was true regarding Sipit Tzis Mitzrayim. They used to have one person recite the Haggadah, and everybody else would listen at the Yotzei. So the women who are in the kitchen, if the husband is going to say the Haggadah out loud and the wife understands Hebrew, most of the women today do understand Hebrew, or if they don't understand Hebrew, the husband should translate into English. If the wife is listening in the kitchen, it's also good. It's not necessary that she says everything herself. The husband can be mitzi his wife at the reciting of the whole Haggadah.
So Taka, somebody asked, indeed, in different words, in my family our grandfather leads the Seder and reads everything, we just listen. Is this the preferred way? How much should we allow our children time to present their Seder narratives from the many sheets that they receive in school?
Is it the preferred way? By Kiddush, there's a question whether it's preferred. The Vilna Gaon says it's preferred that one person should recite Kiddush and everyone should be Yotzei. That's based on Beroiv on Harus Melech. By the Hasidim, they don't follow the Vilna Gaon. They follow what it says in Shulchan Aruch. It's preferable each person says his own Kiddush. So you have a family with 10 boys, so you're going to have the father's going to say Kiddush and all the 10 boys are going to say Kiddush. Everybody's going to say their own Kiddush. According to the Vilna Gaon, it really should be preferred. That just like by Kiddush, you say one person says Kiddush, everybody's Yotzei. It should really be preferred that one person should say the whole Haggadah. Sometimes the great-grandfather already can't see, so that's a question. If he's going to say Kiddush, can he mitzi everybody? Because the Gemara says that a person who can't see a Summa is potter from the mitzvah of Sipit Tzis Mitzrayim on Pesach night. So if he's potter, he can't be mitzi everybody else. So the Gemara says that Yosef was blind and he said the Haggadah, so the Gemara says because his opinion was that Matzah Bisman is only the Rabbanon, so the whole Sipit Tzis Mitzrayim is only with the Rabbanon. Because the Pasuk says, so if Matzah would have been the Rabbanon like Rabbi Yosef. The Amora was of the opinion. Then the whole CPTS Mitzrayim is only the Rabbanon. Because you don't have Korban Pesach, and Mora Bisman is only the Rabbanon, and according to Rabbi Yosef, Matzah is only the Rabbanon, so there's nothing there, there's no Zeh. So then the whole CPTS Mitzrayim is the Rabbanon. So Rabbi Yosef was of the opinion that Matzah Bisman is the Rabbanon, so therefore he's just as Mechuyev as everybody else. He can recite the Haggadah, and he might see those who do have sight. But we paskin the Matzah Bisman is their Raisa, so the CPTS Mitzrayim is their Raisa. So based on the simple reading of the Gemara, if the grandfather can't see already, so he should say Kiddush for himself, fine. But the other Bnei Habai shouldn't be lying his Kiddush, because the Kiddush is also part of the CPTS Mitzrayim. You can't really be Moitzi them, because he's only Mechuyev in the Rabbanon in CPTS Mitzrayim, but they're Mechuyev in HaTorah.
The Sipur must be Mitzvah Chaksav. It can't be Baal Peh.
Sipur can be Baal Peh,
Yeah.
but the mitzvah of CPTS Mitzrayim has to be Bavazeh. Bavazeh means something that I can see and I can point to. I have to be able to see the Korban Pesach, the Matzah, and the Morah. So Bisman is
It must see or that it must be there?
The Gemara says it's both. It has to be there and you have to be able to see it. The Gemara says that a Summa doesn't have, whenever there's a din of Zeh, Summa, it doesn't apply to a person that can't see.
Excellent. How much Belsky should